Alrighty, hello everyone, PyMaster47 here, and welcome back to another episode of Updating the Rockfire Explosion in Minecraft. Alright, in the last episode, guys, what did we do last episode? Oh yes, I tried to do this. We got a little bit done, not too much. I started work on this backdrop here, which is about as far as I've gotten so far. I haven't really touched this since I last did the stream. And the roof's a little messed up, but hopefully we'll get that sorted out soon. Uh, but in this episode, I'm going to leave the backdrops to off-camera work because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me do pixel art for how long. We're actually going to do the little backdrop behind Mitzi here, where the moon pops out. Now I just want to take a look real quick at oh, I don't want that to play. Okay. Now I do need to see what part of the moon sticks out up over the tree, because I can't make the tree too tall, or I can't make the tree so tall that should be that one right there. Yeah. Okay. I can't make the tree so tall that it won't get up over the Oh, is that how that works? Yeah. So I'm going over my buddy Jack Turner here. That pops up right up over the. Okay. So the top of it has to be like here, roughly, because. Okay. Because the moon will pop up right like there. Okay. Okay. I'm actually thinking the moon has to move. Or like our characters aren't. That we might be okay. Okay, so pretty much what I have is this is 100 the stage from top to bottom, from the 13 coordinate to up to the roof of the stage. I believe it's 165. Don't quote me on that one because I'm not actually sure. Okay, so I'm getting 160. Yeah, roughly 165. Wow, I was on point with that. So I currently have the backdrop set to 10 underneath, 10 blocks underneath the stage height. So it's like where I'm standing here. The only problem with the moon here is I think I need to make him taller. Because wherever I plop him out is going to be, it's going to be a little awkward, but, okay, I'm going to put the grid on for this backdrop. We're just going to lay out the, I can't get any closer to it than that. Okay. Okay. So, okay, one thing I'm a little nervous about is what if this leaves a blind spot? I am thinking the moon is going to have to move like towards the center stage of the stage a little bit because he's kind of in the bit in between, and whoops, I don't know if that's something I need or I want. I don't know if the concept unification tape would have anything. Okay, let's check. I'm gonna check the concept unification tape, even though it's not perfect. I think it's the key. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the moon's gonna I'm gonna have to scooch the moon over, which this'll be fun. Because he needs to be like right behind Mitzi instead of uh, off to the side a little bit, which, my bad. I'm not gonna move the Mac valve or anything. I think I'm just gonna have the wire over a bit. So I need a structure block. The last one I have, out of like the 15 or so, I think it was only like 5 I did, but... Oh, this is playing in the background. Okay. Okay. Well, no. Or do I leave it as it is? Because I do see this goes over the bit of the stage a little bit. Okay, this is the bit I don't want anything at, so if I go like right here, if I start go right here looks good. You know, I'm gonna mark that with a block of smooth stone here. Okay, that is where we cannot go over. That is the border of this backdrop. Okay, now this we might actually be able to do in a video. Because this isn't... Oh, for the love of... There's no... Get this, there's a zoom in tool, there's no zoom out. You're kidding me, right? Okay. Alright, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not actually a big fan of the color palette this is using. Wish I could zoom in more on this, but I... Okay. Alright. So, So, what materials am I gonna need? I need oak, oak wood, acacia, or planks, and I'm gonna need acacia logs, nope blocks, nope blocks, looks like bookshelves, that's spruce wood. Okay, so we'll start with this. Boom, boom. And this is gonna make a guitar sound? Yeah, I know my note blocks. We won't be able to use them after we get up the second layer, but that's okay. Okay. I'm honestly thinking we build this up as high as it goes, and then we'll make some adjustments. Because, of course, this isn't 100% accurate. Okay, now I need oak logs. I'm going to get rid of this. Happy Valentine's Day, though, to everyone out there, by the way, before I forget saying anything. And I do appreciate having you all here on, even if you're not here, watching this live, I do appreciate you watching this. If you're leaving this on in the background for noise while you're like studying or something, one that's probably like the most distracting thing you can have in the background. I know one of my buddies, Boom Guy, one of the members of the Conquest SMP, which I think is mainly dead right now. We might bring it back if it gets like a cult following, but I've collabed with him with that in the past. Blah blah blah. You guys don't care about the boring stuff. But where I was going with this is he actually when he's like doing video editing, he tells me he watches my he says he keeps on his background noise, and hey, I'm fine with being background noise guy, by all means. Oh, I need spruce planks. That's not even remotely close. Nope. Oh, I already have spruce planks. Would you look at that? I'm even more prepared. But I feel like I do appreciate y'all being here. By all means, you guys are great. I couldn't have asked for better viewers. But I feel like I need to be honest with you all about a little something. Now, you guys may be wondering, where have I been? Where have these episodes been? Yada yada yada. Where is everything? As we're in February and we've we're in February. Why? I promised a lot out of the year, and I haven't forgot those promises. Don't get like I still want to finish 2 stages or 4 stages. Sorry, I forgot. That was half the deal at least. But I still want to do that. By all means, don't get me wrong, because you guys are great. Let's just say this past week has been eventful. And by the way, guys, that is... So I am good on width. It's going to cover this up a little bit, but I think it does on the actual stage to begin with. So that's great. I might move it over a couple blocks just because I'm not sure if the moon's going to go up over this. And if the moon does, like, I don't think I have enough moon for that. So I think I'm going to move this over just like maybe like 15 blocks. So which seems like a lot, but you gotta remember this stage is incredibly sizable. So I think we're gonna move that to about there. So uh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's seven blocks at the most. Okay, this would be Z. So I'm gonna do maybe. How wide is this? Like, okay, to 80. So 80. Has that? No, still no. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 97. My bad. I didn't know. Oh, it only can go to 64. Crap. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do backdrop 1. Save. And we're going to do like 17. I think it is. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, this is a backdrop 2. BD2. Alright, but yeah, I feel like I have to come clean on something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you guys may have noticed there haven't been many Rockfire episodes, and I am sorry I've been lacking with Rockfire episodes lately. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. But regardless, okay, I want to see where that. I'm gonna say that's good and just hope for the best. Oh no. Oh wait, yeah. Load. And just make sure that lines up good with that. It does. Great. Okay. So yeah. There haven't been many Rockfire episodes, and let me explain why that is. Recently, and this has just been a more recent thing. I don't really. I don't really think I have an answer. Stop. There. Yeah, I don't think I really have an answer of why it's happening, but it is. But more recently, I've been experiencing like a burnout, like a creative burnout type thing. And if you guys have ever dealt with burnout of any kind, you all will know it is not fun to deal with. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the 13th block. But yeah, it's just like this weird creative burnout. And again, any of you who have ever dealt with burnout, I feel for you. Like, it's a rough thing to go through. And I never thought like I'd experience it as bad as I am, more recently. And I haven't been. I think it's more the fact I'm just like really tired from work. Just and it's just starting. I think it's just starting to get to me, but yeah, by no means does this mean I'm ending the series. I just thought I'd let you guys know. Um, I don't know why it's happening, but it is. I was actually wanted to do this stream at 2, and I didn't get it started till like 2:30 because like I laid in bed and I laid down like once I got home. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the ninth block. I laid down once I got home, or I'm in the car heading home, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do an episode of Rockfire Explosion because yeah, I haven't done one in 9 days actually. Which I looked at the number, I'm like, oh my, that's quite the quite the time. One, okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's the starting block. That's not the block, but it's a marker. But yeah, like I got in the car. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do an episode of the Rockfire Explosion. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a jolly old time. It's Valentine's Day. Day for showing people you care about them. And I figured, hey, might as well give you all an episode of the Rockfire Explosion. And I laid down. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like change out of my clothes. I laid down. I don't know why. It was like 1 o'clock when I got home. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just like. But yeah, I laid down and I just got like browsing YouTube and all that, and just this sense of like I really don't want to do this today. Like just kicked in, and I don't know. It was just it was strange because normally I'm all ready and excited to do this, and it's just like I couldn't, and then I finally dragged myself to do it, but like 30 minutes late, I'm like, oh. like what is wrong with me like recently, but I'm hoping this is the push I need to get back. Because you guys probably know at this point what it's like when, like, I'm not going to do a series. But you guys know what happens when I get burnout from a series. I don't do that series. Like, and it happened with PAX World. What is that? Oh, that's gray concrete powder. But I don't know. It's just like it's a weird thing. So just bear with me for a little bit, guys, while I get this settled out. Like, I really don't know like what's wrong with me, but I don't know. They're having me later hours at work, and I think it's just, by the time I get home, I don't get to bed till like 5, and I really want to wake up at 11 so I could do an episode of this, but I'm just been so tired recently. And like it's weird, but hello. But yeah, just bear with me, guys. I'll get through this, and we'll be back to a somewhat regular upload schedule. But Cola, yeah, it's like the weather's throwing everyone off. I think that could also be a reason. That we're doing the way we're doing, but like the weather's been throwing everybody off recently. Like it's been like really hot one day for like a week, and then just boom, it's freezing. Like why? Why is it so cold? All of a sudden, like okay, I don't think those transferred over, unless they did, and I got rid of them. But you're in Australia. Oh yeah, yeah. Australia's a different time than we do. Banner downloads. Okay, I only did the center stage. Which is another thing. I've been playing a lot of pinball recently. Like, I think pinball is a really fun game. I never really got into it much as a kid. It's 6 Celsius? That's like... We use Fahrenheit here in the US, but... my math shouldn't be failing me here. That's like 20 something Fahrenheit. Maybe 30 Fahrenheit. 30 something Fahrenheit. I'm not actually sure. I should know this, but I don't know off the top of my head. Forgive me for that, but um yeah, I think what's next is like I'm gonna get all these backdrops on the stage real quick. There you go. At work. Oh hey. Hey crew please. It's like 12. Yeah, it was pretty good for a while here, but up in PA, if y'all know. It's East Coast, U.S. Oh, happy Valentine's. Place we're going through a little turbulent spot here not too long ago, but we've rekindled. Sunny out here. I wish I could say the same. It's not sunny out here, but it's really cold. Odd. It's not been too bad out. Like it's 36 Fahrenheit today. I don't know what that would be in Celsius. Don't hate me because I don't know that, but do that 25. See what that looks like. Yeah, I think I think I can live with that, honestly, with how this pixel art's turning out. Okay, so I want to turn my grid on and my hand so that I don't accidentally replace one of the. But right now, if you guys don't know, like 6 in summer. After, oof. Yeah, I know Australia is like a warmer, supposed to be a warmer continent. Although I don't know how true that is. That's the quote unquote stereotype. Is it's a bit warmer. At least that's how I always thought it to be. I'll have to use wolf for that. I'm gonna use black concrete powder. 160 something blocks above. Okay, so this is gonna have to start like there and go that way. If you guys don't know, this cloud hides the trapdoor that the little spider Antioch falls out of, and I'm trying to line this up with a picture, so. Bear with me for like 2 seconds while I just make sure I have this right, because your daytime average for winter is like, oh. I don't know, the weather is all messed up now, you know what I mean? So as the hippies usually say, down is up, up is down, down is up. It's all relative. Some of the sorts at least. Oh wait. Oh, I did not. Okay, now I'm confused. Let me go to my. Yep. Okay. Okay, I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit that. Okay, so there are 3. For those of you who don't know, there are 3. That's so much easier than how I was doing it. Okay, I'm gonna do this about 20 blocks. Oh, there it is. Where the heck was I? Alright, so if you guys don't know, these clouds are a little weird. Pretty much, there are 3. If you would look at the Rockfire explosion stage, and I'm gonna see if I can't pull that off here. But if you were to look at this stage, you would say, because there are little clouds that hang off the top of the stage here. There's one right there and one right over there. You would say, oh, there's only two pieces. There's actually three, and I didn't know this. I just found this out, like right now as I'm looking at this, and I actually had no clue there were three. But and you can't really tell that except for the. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Whew. So I'm trying to escape back up through my jowls as I talk, as I commentate. But but yeah, they put two clouds next to each other, and these clouds are like maybe plywood. I think. I don't know. I'm not actually sure. Too sure to be fair. So regardless, so it's cool. Like I learned so much, so much new stuff every episode. Like even when you're like, if you guys have had teachers tell you, "Oh, you're still gonna be learning after you get done with school," and you're like, "Nah." Yeah, you do. Like you do. I happens to me all the time. I'm an idiot, but at least I can admit it. Pack 2023. But yeah, it's like 6 Celsius in 6 degrees Celsius in Australia right now. Like that is cold. Like for Australia. Although I'm not sure if Australia is known for being warm or cold. I assume maybe a bit of both. Like maybe they get it like we do here in PA. Like our summers are pretty hot. Like, but our winters, ooh, are brutal. It's great. Like I love it myself, but not so much everyone else. That's not what I wanted. But but yeah, it can be nice and it can be bad. It's only nice when you wake up and you don't, like, you've seen it snowed and you don't have to clean your car off to get to work, because then that takes like a good 5 minutes to at least 5 minutes, depending on how bad the snow was. Like I had it to 10 minutes the one day, just trying to get my car cleaned off. Oh, it was rough. I hated every minute of it, but I love PA. It's great. It's great. So, I do have a bit of a Rockfire story, or a Chuck E. Cheese story, actually, to tell you guys. And hopefully this will give you guys a little bit of food for thought about this whole whatever Chuck E. Cheese is doing. The whole 2.0 crap. But hopefully this'll shed some light on the subject. So I went down to Altoona, PA, back Sunday, I think it was. And I was gonna stream yesterday, but Furious Pack came over. I figured I'd was up, we hung out for a while. We did some good things, but regardless, day before though, I went to Altoona, PA, Chuck E. Cheese, one of the last four remaining 3 stages in America, and I pep talked myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I'm going to go there, and I can tell this story because nothing's happening with it, but I said I'm going there, and I'm not going to. I'm going to talk down with them, and honestly, I was really trying to get their animatronics off of them, like rescue the animatronics. I was thinking I'll do Maybe restore them here on YouTube. Bing, bang, boom. America, you know. So I got there. My aunt and uncle decided to go with me. We all had pizza. It's pretty good considering Chuck E. Cheese standards. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Chuck E. Cheese pizza, but pizza's pizza, so it takes a lot to mess up pizza, which I realize now is a backhanded insult because they had the whole recycled pizza thing a few years back, but and I decided I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do to get their animatronics off them. Because I said, you know what? I sat back for too long and I just kind of let this all happen. Like, if I don't do anything like right now, there isn't going to be. Like, there's never going to be a better chance for me to do this. Oh, well, I'm going to have to pick that back up. And that's probably going to fall on the stage, I'd imagine. So I went down and we had some pizza. And I look at them, at the employees. They're like, "Oh, can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah. What is there like a manager here I could speak to?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Don't. You guys aren't in trouble. You guys did great." Because that's what everybody thinks when somebody asks for a manager. Like, "Oh, what we mess up now?" But no, they actually did a fairly well job. I'm complimenting the staff on they did a very good job. With everything. So yeah. And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" So the manager comes out. It was a lady, and she comes out, and she's like, "Oh, how can I help you?" She looks surprisingly pleasant to see me for some reason. Like, I know it wasn't because of me, but she kind of has to do that for her job. But I don't know. It was a weird. It was like a smile, but you could tell it was fake. Like she knew what I was gonna ask. Like she knew what my plans were. I was like, "Hi." I was like, "Well, let's start off with a pretty." I was like, "Hey, if I could ask you a couple questions, that'd be more than appreciate." She's like, "Okay, go ahead." I'm like, "Okay, first of all, when?" And I just pointed to the stage. Now, if you guys don't know, or if you guys don't keep up on this, which I don't see you having reason to, if you're not like a super fan of Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, that was a lot. That would took up a lot more space than I thought it was going to. So I think I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna layer it over top. See, that's 20, so and then I'll go down about. Let me just grab a block. I know I'm not gonna use so like gold. I know there's no gold in this, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I might have built that one a little bit too, yeah, that should have only been like 10, 10 blocks. 'Cause that's it's a little far down. Okay, this one is going to be 20. And this one is going to be 20. This one's going to be like 10. But back to my story. Sorry, guys, I get long-winded here. Be like 10, not 100. Woo. Yeah, I think that's a lot easier to do. Okay, let's redo this real quick. Remembering where the starting block is, I need coal. Okay, let's redo this. All right, so I'm down there. I'm like, first of all, when are they getting removed? She said, oh, summer. Okay. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. And before I even opened my mouth, and this ticked me off a little bit, don't get me wrong. Before I even opened my mouth, she's like, no, we can't sell them. No, we can't save any bits of them. I'm like, okay, first of all, that wasn't my next question, but. And I was a little disappointed, don't get me wrong. So I just decided to ask a few more. And the face stayed the same. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know, it was like customer service. It was like a customer service smile, but like when you tell the person doesn't mean anything they're saying, it's just it just takes you off just a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you guys have seen it before, it was the face. And my uncle's standing right next to me because because he was gonna try to negotiate, but that didn't. She cut him off too, so. And I'm just like, okay. I see. I see they're not moving anymore. By the way, they something. I believe the gray box broke. The Wikipedia says. I know the Wikipedia can be edited by anyone, of course, but the Wikipedia. I don't believe the Wikipedia. It says the air compressor broke, which I don't believe for a second, considering I went right up next to the characters and I could hear the air leaks, meaning air was still being pumped into them. Perfectly fine. So, don't know what that was about, but I don't understand that, but that's the Wikipedia. No, that's coming from the official Showbiz or Chuck E. Cheese wiki fandom, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just like, okay. Anyway, so I'm I'm just like, I just look over. I'm like, they look a little dead. You know anything about that? It's like, oh yeah, well, they just stopped moving one day. I haven't turned back on since. I tell you, I think it broke back in like December. Hello, Blue Foxy. Or the gray box or something broke back in like December. And they haven't been moving. She said they hadn't been moving since. Okay. Oh. Ah. Oh, that's Blue Foxy. Okay. Oh, you're good. You should be good. Okay, let's start with this. If you guys want to get on my good side. So 6 blocks in, so like 4, 5, 6. For like, first of all, like if you guys ever wanted to, if you guys ever meet me and wanted to get on my good side like real fast, don't cut me off. Like I don't care when like Deadbird does it or anything, like, because you know when we both get talking, you know we cut each other off a good bit. I don't mind when, but like when somebody I don't know does it to like prove me wrong or something, like just don't, just please don't. I don't know if I'll ever meet any of you, but just don't. But regardless, so I'm there, and she's like, I said, oh, I guess the gray box controller broke. She's like, oh, I don't know. They just stopped moving one day, and she didn't stutter. I'm stuttering, on not on purpose, but she's like, oh, I don't know. You know, the gray. They just stopped moving one day, and that was it. I'm like, okay. By the way, hello, Blue Foxy. I'm like, okay. And I think I walked away at this point. I got back to the table. Or no. No, I did something else. Oh no, I asked one more question. I'm like, okay, well, would I be able to get up on the stage? You know, I'm doing this for I lied. I said a school project. I'm not in school. But I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing something for like robotics up at school. Would I be able to like get on stage, you know, like really take a good look at them, you know, before they're gone? Like, and I thought like, if you guys remember the first time I went there, I was up on stage, probably traumatizing some kids. Like, we were all up on stage looking at them. I had my phone like there was a gap in Munch's costume. You could see where Fats was, or his mech. It was great, but nope. But but yeah. So I'm like, hey, would you mind if I got up on stage? And they don't move. So I thought, I mean, it's not like gonna be a problem, you know. That's what I thought. I'm just like, yeah, would I be able to just do that for like school? And of course, with some form of Murphy's Law, she said no. And, you know, I would have been okay if she just left it there, like, oh no, we can't do that. Like, okay. But she said, how'd she say it? She was like, I'm like, would I be able to get up on the stage, you know, take some good pictures, you know, for keepsakes, you know, for school? And she's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't know when. We don't know when they're gonna turn back on. And hold on, let me just put this back into perspective for you guys. So, a couple of minutes earlier, I asked this manager. She said they hadn't moved since December. It is February now. So, clearly something's wrong with them. They haven't moved since December. They probably stopped mid performance because most likely the gray box broke. Or something inside of there took a crap and it just stopped working. That's our most likely scenario. But she told me to my face, we don't know when they're going to turn back on. Or start moving again, is what I think she said. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Wait a minute. Like, it was this whole like, I didn't say anything out loud. I should have. But I didn't want to be a pain because I knew I was probably going to go back there one more time before they get removed. And then probably once after they get removed, just to see like a compare and contrast. But that really like put some nail in the coffin for me. Like and I wouldn't be making a big deal of this regardless. I probably necessarily wouldn't care as much as I do. It was the fact I think I knew more than she did. Which she was a manager at Chuck E. Cheese and probably has been for a good couple years. I don't think she knew what a gray box was. And it didn't click in me until the drive home. Just how completely and utterly stupid her answers were. Just and I'm still pretty ticked off, don't get me wrong. But yeah, so that's what happened. But I don't know, like, it just really ticked me off. She didn't seem to know what she was talking about. And, it just, I'm still pretty ticked about it. But, I'll get over it, it's not the end of the world. But I was able to, I actually think I actually did sneak up on stage because I really, if you guys remember the one time I went there and I was up on the stage when they were still performing, I found a serial number on the back of Fats's or Munch's organ. You'd rather have that. And it was a serial number, and that was pretty cool. Let's be honest. But yeah, I've refound that, and I snagged a picture of it, and it's on my phone now, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyway, that's what happened there. And I also said like, oh, so I'm like, so like, what if? And she's like, oh, the company. I'm like, hey, what if? And that's about I think as far as I got before she cut me off again. She's like, nope, you can't. Like, we're not even here. We have nothing to do with this. Like, we're not even here when they rip it apart. Like, people come in from the company, they box it up and take it and destroy it. I'm like, like, is there a corporate building for each state? Because I seriously doubt they're going to drag it all the way to Irving, Texas from Altoona. That's a good, like, 20, like, 18 to 20 hour drive. And, yeah, I seriously doubt they're going to do that unless they're storing it. Other than that, like, I can't really see that happening, but regardless. So, I tried. So, I guarantee she was probably lying to me, but I wasn't arguing any farther. A little disappointed, but uh, still, still working on this, so it's not the end of the world. Whew. Anyway, I'm gonna get a grid on this, and then we're gonna move to. There a hole in my roof? There is a hole in my roof. This roof needs like fixed bad. Okay. It's not at all what I wanted to click. I meant to click Jack Turner's video. I accidentally clicked the Abbey Road medley. Whoops. Okay, I'm more gonna put that over Beach Bear, I think. Like, I think we're gonna start that about. Bad part is, I need to find this side first, because the way the stage curves. So, we're gonna have to, like, go maybe right here, I think. I think this is good. But yeah, that it just ticked me off that either she didn't think I knew anything or she didn't know anything. And she's a manager. Like, anywhere else you go, managers have to be on top of things. Like, they have to know pretty much almost everything that's going on. And the fact she didn't know anything, either she was a new manager or, but I don't think she was. So you know, but yeah, I placed that in the wrong place, and that's now down. Where do you see it pop into? There it is. But yeah, so um, I'll go back and like stream. I was going to stream when I was there because I figured you guys would probably like to see that. But there were 3 birthday parties going on, and I don't. I really couldn't get over to the stage. Kids didn't really weren't even paying attention, but if they moved, the kids probably would have. If they were performing the happy birthday song for the kid, I think they would have paid a little more attention, but guess not. But regardless, I think that just goes to show, like, we can't do anything to stop. Like, as much as we don't like it, like, we as, like, individually, we don't have much power to do anything against against um, a couple. I don't know how much Chuck E. Cheese is worth. Probably like a couple million, I'd guess. But like, it goes to show, like, we don't individually, we can't do anything to stop. Like, individually, like, even like small communities, like my channel, like, we're 3,000 isn't that small, but it's not. It still doesn't put me on the map as like big YouTuber. Like, now it's. But each and every one of you are awesome, and I couldn't have wished for better. But we have no power, like, to stop any of this that's happening. Like, it's to the point I don't even think Pineville's gonna get saved. I think they're gonna put up a fight, but I really don't. Like, as much as I hate to admit, I really don't think Pineville's gonna get saved. But I've been wrong before. I mean, I thought Altoona was gonna be the last 3-stage, but again, I was wrong with that. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I wish I was right, but I wasn't. I wasn't even close. Altoona's going to be in the top 3, I think. Because I don't know when Billings is going. And Pineville, I don't think, might not even be going, but. Okay, I'm going to get some coal ore and crackstone. Okay. So is that good? Yeah, that actually, I think that works Fairly well. Fairly well. Alright, so I'm going to leave that there, and I'll do more of that next episode or off camera. But we do have all the backdrops and, like, sort of props, like, all the backdrop props, I guess we could say, are done, which is fantastic. All we need to do is actually finish them, and we'll be in good shape. We still need like flowers, rocks, and the moonshine bottles, the frog, the owl, a lot of stuff, but we're getting there slowly but surely. Right now, we're going to build another Chuck E. Cheese stage, or mini stage, I should say. And today, oof, okay, let's see if that gives me any results. Okay, so I was a bit wrong on. So we're actually going to build this probably right in between here if we can. If not, actually, it might just go behind here because it's not too. So this is the 3 stage right here. I just pretty much built a platform and converted them. When we have them next time, we're actually going to give them a stage like that. But for right now, it's good. And I do have this wrong, but we'll fix that a bit later. So it's going to be back here. How wide is this? Okay, how wide is a character? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do this about 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and that's one too far over. And I meant to be doing this a little. If we can't get this mini stage done today, we'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow or next episode. I don't know when the next episode's gonna be. Actually, what are the dimensions to the 1 stage? Because I think that's what it was derived from. So 17. It's minus, so it's like 30. It doesn't seem right, but I think it is. So 17. That would be 20. 30, 31, 42, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yeah, okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. And we might need more space, but we'll see what we get. We'll see what we can work with here. And I'm gonna try to do the more recent versions of the characters. Because the 3 stage we built up over there, that's the 90s version of the 3 stage. That's not the you know, Chuck didn't have pants. and his feet were out. I mean, so I'm gonna do the Avenger Chuck. Sort of style with the jeans and the. So we're gonna bring him into the. We're gonna bring him into the 21st century real fast. But all right, so there's a little. Platform here that Chuck stands on. And I'm going to have to do that again for this when we... I might reconvert it over. Because when I was building that, that did seem a little wrong. 3, so he has to be at least there. And in fact, I'm going to put him right at the... And I can take that away. Alright, so I'm going to grab this. Alright, so those are his feet. And it's going to be the same height as Chuck, as that Chuck. Alright, so now I'm going to get the... Ooh, would that work? Because that might be a bit too purple. Well, we're going to use the bright colors a try, because God knows I could use a bit more color in my builds. So we're going to do that. Then he has like the stripe. Okay, my bad. This is a t-shirt. Why did I make one arm longer than the other? Yeah, we're gonna do like that. The C in the middle. In fact, I might move that down. I liked it better up there, honestly. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna try, because that is Chuck's 90, the latex mask still. Oh, what am I doing? Which I am thinking of doing a follow-up to the concept unification where we make everything modern. And I kind of like try to explain everything a little bit differently, but yeah, it's weird. Alright, so there is Avenger Chuck. Not as good looking without the derby, but I think we'll have to forgive us on that one. So Helen doesn't have her latex mask. Thing is, this is actually, like, other than the mask, Helen really hasn't changed in the last couple of years. Costume-wise, of course. Character, she's had a lot of character development. Okay, so if we do that and that... So this will put them about the same height, because for those of you who don't know, Chuck is a lot shorter than he appears. And reason because Rolf, Rolf the Wolf, the character he was turned into, this seems, yeah, it's supposed to be one block over. Whoops. Rolf the Wolf, the guy who was turned in, the character that was turned into Chuck, was like extremely tall. Like he was the tallest Rock of Fire character. And I guess Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck E. Cheese has always been about, their characters being the same height and all that. So when they seen like Rolf being so tall, they're like, okay, no, we can't have this. Like we got to make him a bit shorter. So that's what they did. So even though the bit of Rolf or Chuck you see, like his feet end there, his mech actually goes in to the floor there, into the little stand. And of course, I can't really do this without making it look utterly ridiculous, but um, their faces are wider than. So those two are pretty close together. Munch and Helen, I'd say, are about, looks like about 2 blocks to scale away from each other, so that's the original organ. That's actually where he's standing now. That gives 3 blocks in between, but where he's standing now gives a block between Helen and the organ exhaust. So I think we're gonna do something like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 in front. Actually, I'm gonna put him back 1. Why does that seem off? 3, 4, 5. No, it's not. Just didn't seem right. I don't know. 5, so 4, 5, 6. And I really like the way this goes, because like it connects to that, not this, but okay, get rid of everything I have. Does Munch still have shoes? Yes, he does. Actually, I think that is mainly correct. He actually has a hat, but I didn't get my hat. So Munch is going to be a bit back here. Actually, he's going to be like right up against the back of the stage. And actually, when I was younger, here's a story I don't tell a lot, but when I was younger, I didn't really know the difference between Chuck E. Cheese and anything else. I think I built him a block too short, even though this one might be a block too tall. Yeah, the one I have over there is a block too tall. So I need to use the original organ, or I need to move his arms up like I have on the mini one. And I think I built this block too. I did. Yes, yes I did, okay. And it's gonna look really weird for a second. But yeah, when I was younger, I didn't know the difference. Like, I never really grew up with all the McDonald's characters. Like Grimace, the Hamburglar, and all them. Like Mayor McCheese. I never really grew up with them. They weren't really marketed in in the McDonald's near me. Nor I think in anywhere in PA are they really marketed that much, but I actually had no idea. I thought Grimace was Munch and the two were intertwined. But anyway, guys, that's as much as I'm going to be able to do for this episode. In the next one, we'll finish this. We can make this look a lot. We'll finish this. I'll have a good bit of that pixel art done by next episode. And next episode, we'll get started on Billy Bob and Rolf's stage for. Ah, sorry, I had to stretch for pixel art. So that'll be fun. So I do hope you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.